It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And direct from our newsroom in Austin, this is the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, December 17th, 2020. 25 degrees in North Massachusetts. I'm Peter J. Wiggins, reporting for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news. A second 12-minute stimulus check continues to get pushed by Senators Hawley and Sanders. One sums low for a delay in another round of COVID-19 stimulus checks, putting politics in front of lives as the Senate faces criticism over Florida's COVID-19 response. In a historic move by the depicted Native American Representative Howland as Interior Secretary, Trump remains silent as massive Cyber Act poses grave risk to the government. Rand Paul opposes Hunter Biden's special counsel but says federal reform must continue. FDA says Pfizer vaccine bottles hold extra doses, expanded supply. Fauci responds to critics of Christmas message. You don't have to be cancel things, but be careful. Governor Charlie Baker of Massachusetts won't sign facial recognition ban. Garcetti won't serve in Biden administration. U.S. inmate scheduled to be executed test positive for virus. Democratic Rip Sackler family Purdue Dr. Stern House questioning. Photos show a 66 vehicle pileup in Pennsylvania during Winter Storm Gale. As it dropped more snow than parts of the Northeast in all of last year's winter season. UK warns Brexit talks blocked as time to reach deal ebbs. Ex-FBI agent Strozak acknowledged deal dossier was intended to influence media. There's Cyclone Yasa strikes Fiji as one of the country's most powerful storms. Somerville targeted at online fans, but real-life faders is killed. Court allows EU states to introduce predatory pre-slaughter stunning. Heavy snow in the Northeast grounds hundreds of flights. A federal grand jury has indicted 6 men accused of plotting to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, as U.S. Attorney Office announced Thursday. CISA warns of grave risk to the federal government from cyber attacks. A Food and Drug Administration Advisory Committee voted Thursday to recommend the COVID-19 vaccine developed by Moderna for emergency use authorization. North Federal Council gets first look at public service realization plans, while councils have agreed to return some of the Council of Times public library budget and ensure that it will obtain its accreditation for this year. Attleboro area nears capacity for ICU beds. Coronavirus cases soaring, but hospitalizations have compared to spring. Area advocates come in aid of a homeless Attleboro man after city mistakenly trashes his belongings. Four to 19 positive COVID-19 cases in Taunton. First snowstorm in the season hits Taunton area. Brockton's 113 new COVID cases, a high since May. Could Representative Mario Enriquez announce next House Speaker? Senators Bentley test positive for COVID. Millions of COVID-19 vaccine doses stuck in warehouse until federal orders, Pfizer said. Microsoft breach and suspected Russian accused in SolarWinds. U.S. states file antitrust lawsuits over Google's ad tech calculators for search. Alaska health workers suffered anaphylaxis after a shot of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. FDA investigating real allergic reaction to Pfizer coronavirus vaccine, but says will continue. Prince Charles said he will weigh down the list for COVID-19 vaccine. Governor Edwards said during vaccine distribution there's no more shutdowns. The United States Arctic tells Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine rolled hiccups. Octopus says, expecting a good immune response with 2-dose regime. NASA wants to build a lunar base by 2030. Could 3D print of the moon thus be the answer? As Emily Bodies convert Maniac gets a star rail for making a comeback, while SpaceX launches their year to the boost of Spice satellite Friday. Chinese officially unveils future moon mission plans including possible lunar base. Ravens quarterback Marcus Peters denies spinning at fronts wide receiver Jarvis Landry. Houston Rockets suspend trade talk beyond James Harden's preferred teams. And looking at NFL Thursday night football, the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders, 17 all the score. Peter Channel News Time, 10:05. Time now for Peter Channel, traffic and to check. Beep on the MTA horizontal trains delayed about 15 minutes after respond to a train with a mechanical problem at North Station southbound. The train is moving at the time. And the commuter rail. Looking good in the ferry town. Looking good. $2.95 on the northbound side, a little bit slow around the Smithfield stretch. 99 northbound side, a little slow on one side of the stretch. 44 slow between Middlebury down to Plymouth. 3 slow between Plymouth down on Orwell. 195 westbound side, a little bit slow around between Wareham and down Marion. 25 eastbound side, a little slow around the Wareham stretch. And otherwise, Rhode Island and Connecticut highways are looking good. And 93 on the southbound side, a little slow Concord after 91 southbound side, a little slow between Hanover and Springfield, and 295 on both ends slow to Portland, Maine, all the way up to Brunswick, Maine, and Gardner, Maine. Peter Channel News Time is 10:06. Time now for a weather report. A coastal storm tracks offshore tonight, passing south of the Canadian Maritimes. A cold high pressure builds into our area during Friday. It's quite more stable weather returns over the weekend and the week next weekend. And rain and snow showers are possible over Sunday evening and the Monday, and then again on Tuesday. And dry for midweek and mild to wet Christmas Eve is possible. And snow-covered icy roads will cause hazardous driving conditions and also affect rain and snow showers across Plymouth County and Cape Ann overnight. And low chance for freezing drizzle. Previous forecast of largely in truck with wind shifted to not very cold air, affecting over the relatively warm ocean water was a favorable fit will lead to a period of ocean effect rain and snow showers over the Plymouth County and the Cape Ann and Buffalo standards, and it suggests there's a possibility of a lack of salt nuclei in the DG2C of 12 to 18 Celsius below, which would result in possible freeze and drizzle. However, thanks to our concentration of salt nuclei from the proximity of the ocean, snow growth can occur at 6 to 8 Celsius below, and model standards indicate saturation up to around 925 millibar, but concludes at 6 below 8 below Celsius on an NBM precipitation probably also so much higher odds of rain and snow than freeze and drizzle overall, thinking that the chance for SCDZ is very low and near the median coast, but a little further inland, the fetch could be less favorable to result in a low concentration of salt nuclei, so you have up to the included mention of a chance of SCDZ in brief areas and otherwise a cold and dry night for many away from the immediate eastern Massachusetts coast. And looking at the forecast, goes like this. Cloudy with a low at 19 degrees for tonight, off at about 7 to 9 miles an hour for Friday. Most of the clouds get a gradual come to Science Sky about 30 degrees and a low 12 above. Saturday, most of the clouds about 31, a low 21, off about 5 miles coming in the morning. Sunday, slight chance of showers at 1 p.m., mostly clouds about 38 and the low 27, calming chance ratio 20%. Monday, parts of Science Sky about 40 degrees, calming coming to westbound 5 miles in the afternoon. Monday night, chance of snow showers between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Most of the clouds got low about 29 degrees, light southwest wind, chance of 30%. Tuesday, most of the about 41, a low 25. West wind about 5 to 9 miles an hour for Wednesday. South about 40, a low 30 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour coming southwest in the afternoon for Thursday. Check the showers. Mostly clouds about 51 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Check to 30%. Right now, non-limit overcast and 25 degrees. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, 7/17, 2020. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Hope you have a good night with a good day. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. See you tomorrow morning on the More Report. Hope you have a good night.